Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is your tarot and rune reading for eclipse season 2024. So this eclipse season will be felt most intensely on March 25th with the lunar eclipse in your sign, Libra, and up until April 8th with the total solar eclipse in Aries. So in between those two dates, it's going to be really, really intense, but we will feel this energy a month prior and a month after. So we're already in eclipse season, guys. If you're unfamiliar, eclipse season is an incredibly intense time astrologically. It happens twice a year for about 35 days or so. And let me tell you, it is crazy. This is like the times of years where things really change, you know, our fates take a turn, and you know, it feels like the universe almost gets really loud when communicating to us and having like a hand in our lives. Divine intervention takes place a lot more during these times. Emotionally intense, turbulent energies may be coming through, and it's all in an effort to put us on our best path forward. So intense karmic healing, awakenings, changes in our life. You know, if you look back in your life and you notice what times you had the most life-changing choices and emotions come up for you, it was most likely during an eclipse season, okay? So we're going to read into this one for you. This energy will be felt between February 25th, 2024 to May 8th, 2024. So let's dive into it. The rune that came out for you is called Yera. And this is really funny because this came out for Aries as well. And you're the two signs that these eclipses are taking place in. So you're very connected in that way. And this is actually the rune of celebration. So while this eclipse season will be hitting you the absolute hardest out of all of the other signs, this is actually a really, really potent time for you, you know, to really propel forward in life. So use this energy to manifest that which you want, but also don't be surprised if intense life situations come up as well. You need to trust the universe here. Trust that if something intense happens or if some sort of major change takes place, it is in fact for your highest good. Don't get caught up in the challenges that may be coming up. Don't get caught up in the huge changes that are coming up. I feel like for you, Libra, there is some sort of massive change or celebration coming through that'll leave you feeling very like, whew, I'm glad that's finally over. Like, I'm glad I finally got to this point, you know? But this new change, this shift, it feels like a 180. It feels like you're completely pivoting in life onto a path that is much more quick moving and better for you. And you know what? I talked previously in other readings. In January, we had Pluto go into Aquarius, which I felt like was so major. Like, I don't know why people aren't talking about that shift more, because this is really affecting the cardinal signs. And then following that gigantic shift where life becomes so much easier for cardinal signs, we have an eclipse season whose axis is in the cardinal signs as well. Like, this is a crazy year for you and Aries and Cancer and Capricorn. Oh my gosh. So yeah, expect more craziness to happen during this time, but the Yara rune is really showing that you will be celebrating something. There's changes taking place for you that you've worked really hard towards and that will continue to grow during this time. So I want to get specifics though, so we're shuffling up the Giant Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, and we're going to get 6 cards, 2 rows of 3, to further elaborate on this eclipse season for you and what energies will be coming through, what you will be dealing with. So first card out for you is the 8 of Cups, Libra. You are starting to feel this desire within your heart and your soul to move on in life. I've actually been feeling this in the collective for like the past 2 weeks or so, so you're not alone in this. I feel like this eclipse that's happening in your sign on the 25th is actually illuminating for a lot of us that, like, who we are. And a lot of us are making realizations like, I don't think this town is good for me anymore. I don't think this person or the current trajectory of my life, it doesn't quite feel in alignment with what I want to manifest. And you're sort of like feeling yourself getting older, and you're like, you know, if I keep staying where I'm at, like I don't want to end up living a life where it's like, yeah, it was content, it was okay, but I just kind of let time pass and we're still here. We're still in the same circumstances. I am seeing a little bit of a fear within you. Like, what if I'm here for longer than I want to be? You know, what if I'm in this exact set of circumstances for longer than I want to be? I'm seeing for a lot of you, if you still live in your hometown where you grew up or around the family that you grew up in, I kind of low-key feel like this desire within you to move away from that, okay? Or, you know, go out and like sort of create a name for yourself. And also for some of you, if you've been in a long-term relationship since you were like in your teens, I'm getting a sort of desire within you. Like, you know, I never really got the chance to explore my life. You know, I never really got the chance to, you know, meet new people and discover what life is out there. Those sort of feelings are coming up. And I'm going to say them out loud because, you know what? I feel like you don't want to say that out loud. You don't want to admit that to yourself. Libra, you don't want to admit that to yourself because it's like you may really love your family, your hometown, your partner, whatever, and it's like you've been resisting this urge within you to sort of wander and get out there and experience more of life, more of the world, to get out of this very cozy, blessed situation that you're in. And it does feel blessed. You know, some of you guys may have a really great job and it's just like, people would kill to have this job. People, you know, study so hard and do so much to get this job, but it just doesn't resonate with me. You know, you may have a picture perfect idealist life, but it's like there's just something within your soul that wants to explore. And that's what the Eight of Cups is all about. And this is run by your intuition. And we even see an eclipse here as well. Your intuition is saying, listen, like you want to grow, you want to explore, follow that path. You know, the Eight of Cups talks about leaving behind things, and there's nothing wrong with them. All of these cups are standing. They're perfectly good, perfectly fulfilling, and, you know, they make us content, but they don't make us feel alive and ecstatic about life, you know. And I feel like a lot of you may be desiring some more passion, some more I don't know, just like new energy in life, and just to find yourself a little bit more. I feel like you never really gave yourself time to just find yourself and explore as an individual. Really interesting. We have the Four of Wands. This card keeps sneaking up in these readings. Oh God, I feel like a lot of, sorry. I just took a cup of tea and smacked it right into my mason jar of water. I feel like a lot of you guys are celebrating life, celebrating some sort of accomplishment. And actually, if we look at these cards next to each other, we see you here, and it's like your intuition is guiding you in a new direction. A lot of you want to go and have this Four of Wands moment for yourself, you know, celebrating your accomplishments with someone you love, with the people you love, you know, making a name for yourself a little bit more, and not necessarily living other people's dreams, you know. Some of you may be in a perfect job that like your parents or a friend set up for you, and it's like, great, perfect, it was really easy getting here, but it's not something that you went out and did for yourself. Or you may be living in a beautiful home, it's not your home. Or, you know, there's something here about like finding yourself, creating something for yourself and celebrating life. But also this confirms what I was saying with Yara, that you're definitely celebrating something during this time. Some sort of major accomplishment and personal goal will succeed and will take off for you because the power of the moon is as the strongest it's ever going to be for you. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords coming up here, and she represents independence. She represents making her own queendom. Okay, she doesn't have anything passed down. She creates it for herself. There's clear communication coming in, a new direction, a change in direction is what it really, really feels like here. Like your life's direction. Some of you guys may be planning or having talks about moving really far away, or changing your job completely. And I'm seeing some of you maybe becoming single. I kept wanting to say signal. Maybe trying to become single by your own accord, okay, because you just want to experience independence for some of you, it's like, you know that if you were to manifest what you want, you're going to have to maybe break a few hearts or like tear down certain aspects about your current present day reality. And you know, that's a little bit difficult to imagine. I remember when I first moved out of my parents' house, for example, and I didn't even move far. I moved like 2 miles away. I remember the first night I was sleeping in the new house, I cried because I missed my dog. I literally missed my dog. And can you imagine if I let that dog you know, control me moving out of an environment that was not good for me, that was toxic for me, all because I loved one dog. And she was great, you know, she was fine. But you know what? I think I was upset because we like hung out every night and played every morning, and I'm like, no one's gonna do that with her now. But you know what? She was fine. She's a dog. Dogs are always happy. She didn't necessarily need me for that. She just is that happy by herself, you know? And so I just want some of you guys, I'm also seeing, you need to look back on your past, okay? The last time you did something really hard that is similar to what you're doing now. For example, if you're planning on moving and you've moved before, look back to that moment. You know, the things that you thought were scary, the things that you thought you would hate, you know, you've already been through it. You know, it's like you've done it once already. You can do it again. And now that you're doing it again, you have the wisdom and experience of last time, so it'll be easier anyways. You know what I mean? And some of you guys are psyching yourself out of doing something bold because of the fears that you have. But like I said, you've already done this before. You've already been single before or been in a relationship before. If you're opening your heart up, you've already moved, you've already, like whatever it is, you've already done it before. You've already succeeded before. So if you did it once, you can do it again. And some of you guys also need to hear that. Like if you used to be, and I just saw 444 on the clock to confirm, if you used to be like rich or happy or, you know, really fit, you just need to attune your energy back into the same headspace that you were back then and see what you did and just do it again. If you've already achieved something, you can do it again. Just think back, what did I do at that time to make me happy? That's a great, one of my favorite journal prompts I've ever done before. It was like, think back to the time where you were the happiest in your life so far, okay? And journal out what you were doing every day. Like what did that happiness literally look like in your schedule? And I did it. And like, for example, back in my happiest time of my life, like I was single, I wasn't chasing no boys, I wasn't dating, I was focusing a lot on like making videos, I was working out very regularly, and I literally came up of a very practical, tangible list of things that I could do to get back into that energy again. It is that easy, and I feel like you're doing that. So second row of cards out, or you need to do that. Second row of cards out, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is what I was just picking up on, this fear. Oh my God, I just heard Brandon Urie in my head. The fear of falling apart. Oh, that whole song. It's called This Is Gospel by Panic at the Disco. Go look it up. The lyrics may be very significant for you. And literally the chorus is like, if you love me, let me go. So yeah, I mean, some of you guys are so afraid of making the change that you know that you want to make that you've actually been not making that change and holding back a little bit, but you don't feel 100% fulfilled. That's what I'm saying. So have a little faith in yourself. We have the Queen of Cups, 2 queens coming out. Some of y'all may be focusing on your female friendships and companions, and if you're interested in feminine people romantically, you know, that may be coming through as well. Tuning into your own psychic abilities very, very strongly at this time, which is not surprising because, again, there's a lunar eclipse in your sign. Very, very, very psychic for sure. So we do see that energy coming through. Pay attention to your dreams during this time. Pay attention. If you feel guided to do things like meditate and journal, go for walks, etc., definitely do it. You know, focus on your spirituality. I am seeing your female friendships, your feminine friends and partners, lovers, whatever, are going to be really supported during this time. Okay, focus on the relationship that you have with your mother, your sisters. That may be improving as well. Beautiful energy, and I feel like your own creativity and emotional openness is here for you. You know, you already have everything it takes to be successful, to be happy, to live the life that you want to live. You know, you just need to tune into it. We have the Ten of Cups. Exactly, you guys. This is happiness. This is harmony. This is literally like doing all of the things that you need to create happiness again. Wow. And it's so similar. The cards are so similar to Cancers because they also had these two cards, literally like marriage, happiness, home, foundation, a pretty big change that you make. You know, you have the balls to make some sort of big change in your life here that your intuition's guiding you to take. And that change involves walking away from a comfort zone, walking totally out of a comfort zone that's been keeping you broke, poor, unhealthy, unhappy, feeling let down, left out. That's what you're walking away from, and you're walking towards peace, happiness, your own success. You know, it starts with you not being afraid of failure, not being afraid to be alone. And ironically, it brings you exactly to the right people and circumstances that don't make you feel alone. It brings you exactly to your community, your soul tribe, your success. This is amazing. I am seeing a lot of Libras at this time maybe living on their own for the first time, or buying their first property, their first car, or a property, a car, you know, or having a family, getting married. It feels like really big shifts in life that happen shortly after you have the balls to walk away from something that was unfulfilling for you and very scary to walk away from. Like, you're going to be shocked at how quickly the universe accommodates your needs and gives you everything that you want when you finally decide to walk out of this comfort zone and admit this might not be working. Wow, beautiful. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this reading. This is going to be one of the most important times of your lives for sure. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this eclipse season. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and my spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye bye.